Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today, the yoga session takes the theme of the Heart Meridian, and stimulating the Heart Meridian in a Meridian Yoga, and also opening ourselves to being at ease and to bringing ease to others in the world. Let's take a seat where we can do some breathing. You can be in a chair for this part if you would like. Settling yourself in, letting the hips ground down, tucking the chin slightly, reaching up through the spine, long crown reaching up, and then relaxing down through shoulders and inner organs. Breathing. Feel the air coming in through the nostrils. Note the coolness of the nostrils. Bring all your concentration there. Process of stilling our bodies and coming into our bodies. Visualize the breath now coming in behind the eyes. Eyes are soft, perhaps closed. Perhaps you notice some whitish fog behind the eyes, or dark. Breathing there behind the forehead. And visualizing the air surrounding the brain, witnessing the sparking, quivering of the brain, all those neurons. Just let them be. Sensing the brain as in essence, thoughts floating away on clouds. Let the breath come down into the lower brain stem behind the nose and throat. The part of the brain that governs breathing and heartbeat. Be there in that calm, quiet place. Perhaps feeling the rhythm of the heartbeat. And bringing the breath, visualizing it coming down into the heart area, the area of the lungs. Perhaps in the small hollow to the right of the heart. Feeling the opening as breath expands the heart. The heart associated with the fire of being. Letting the breath calm the heart and let it be at ease. Spacious. The quiet joy of being. The heart open to the being of others and to their ease. The Buddha's song of loving kindness, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none. Now bring the arms down along the sides. Inhale, big sun breath, reaching out through the fingers, slowly inhaling up. Hands come together or towards each other. Pause for a moment, the top of the inhale, and exhale slowly. Bringing the breath back down to earth. Inhale up. The great or the mighty. Medium, short, or small. One last time. May all beings be at ease. Bring the hands onto the thighs. We're going to find some points of the heart meridian now. The heart meridian starts in the heart and internally goes over here to the side front of the armpit. So I'm not really in the armpit, I'm just in front of it here. And that's one point that can stimulate the heart meridian. Then coming down along the side of the bicep, just between the muscle and the bone there, midway between elbow and shoulder. And rubbing there, massaging. Another stimulation point is just above the bone on the elbow. Again, kind of in between the bone and the tendon there. Then coming down the inner side of the forearm to the inner side of the wrist. And there are several pressure points down here. Coming up across the palm, down like in a triangle, down from the fifth and fourth finger under the balls of the hands, pressing there. And then the inner front side of the little finger, right on the nail, the inner side. The heart meridian, again, from the inside, coming out on the other side, in front of the armpit. Then a point, the side of the biceps, in between bone and muscle. Down to the front side of the elbow, just above the bone. Just massaging gently in these points. The meridian comes down the side, inner area of the forearm to the inner front side of the wrist. Onto the palm, below the fourth and fifth finger, just below the balls of the hands. And then up onto the inner side of the fingernail. We'll be doing various movements, both from Meridian Yoga and from qigong, to open the heart meridian and stimulate it. Coming back to a sitting position, if you have moved, you may not have. Bring the arms out to the sides, stretch out into elbows and wrists, and turn the body swiveling through the waist. Nothing else moving, gaze just moving as the body moves round. Beginning to bring some spiral to the spine. Then coming back through center, palms go up, elbows and wrists are loose and shoulders relax. Imagine there is a rainbow going from one hand to the other. You're holding the bottom of the rainbow in each hand, letting the light play over you as you dance with the rainbow back and forth, opening up through the side ribs. One more time, over in each direction, enjoying this rhythm. Come back through center. One hand comes to opposite elbow and bring the hand over the shoulder or to the top of the shoulder, stretching through the armpit and through the arm. You'll notice there are various arm stretches here that we do to stimulate and bring balance to the heart meridian. And then coming to the other side. Always coming back to the breathing. Release that. Let the hand come back behind. It might be at the waist or it might be up in the small of the back, wherever is comfortable, taking your shoulders into consideration. Inhale up through the crown. Exhale as the body comes forward from the base of the spine. Not a long way, just over a bit. And one more time forward. Tuck in the tummy as you come up. If you are crisscrossed with the legs, crisscross the legs in the opposite direction. Bring the other arm around behind the back. Inhale up through crown and exhale over. An inch or two or three. Inhale up and exhale. Good stimulation for the heart. Then coming back up, we're going to do cow arms. Bring the arms straight out. One palm faces forward, one palm faces back. The palm facing forward rises up and comes back behind the same shoulder. The other hand comes back behind and reaches to the waist or slides up the back. Fingers will come towards each other, may or may not meet. Feel the length between the top elbow and the bottom elbow, the crown grounding down through the hips. Letting the lower abdomen relax, breathe. One last inhale. Unwind, stretch out. Opposite hand, palm forward, other one palm back. The palm back hand comes behind, the palm forward hand comes over the shoulder. Finding your place for cow arms, reaching up, crown and elbow, reaching down through hips and lower elbow. Breathing expansively. One last inhale and unwind. Bring your hands back behind you for support. Feet come wide into windshield wiper knees. Let the knees go back and forth, rolling over the feet, opening up through, especially the front of the hips. Good support through the shoulders. Then let the arms enter in, affecting some spiraling of the spine from side to side. Next time you come over, let the hands come down to the side behind you and head come down. Elbows might come down to the earth. Letting the whole body twist. Inhale, push back up and come over to the other side. Inhale up. And we're going to bring cow legs to the cow arms. So see what your knees and hips can do here. One leg folds under and the other one comes across. So if you need to leave some more room for the knees or the legs, feel free to do that. You can here. Feeling the stretch through the hips here as they internally rotate. The arm that is opposite of the top knee reaches up and comes over the back shoulder, and the other one comes up or over the waist to meet it. Once again, reaching up through the elbow on one side, down through the elbow on the other, relaxing down through the hips and reaching up through the crown. And breathing. One last inhale. And unwind. Bring the feet around in the opposite way. Each side might be different, so it might have to do it differently. The arm that's opposite of the top leg comes up and back over the shoulder, and the other one comes up and around. And your fingers may touch or come closer on one side than they do on the other. It's all in the doing of it. It's all in the being. And there we find joy in our doing and our being. One last inhale And exhale. Release. We'll come down to a lying position. After you come down to the mat, wiggle the hips and the shoulders a bit to feel comfortable. Bring the arms crossed over the chest. Then lifting the elbows, arms come up overhead, uncross, circle round on each side and come down. Crossing once again over the torso, over the chest, reaching up, opening up through the heart and stimulating the heart meridian as it runs down through the arms. Reaching up and out and around. This time, bring one leg up, hands behind that thigh for support, heel reaching up towards the ceiling. Knee is always a little soft here. It might be quite soft, and that's fine. Stretching out the connective tissue as you can. Turning the ankle 4 or 5 times in one direction. And then the other. Releasing the hands, slowly let that leg come down to the mat. Inhale the other leg up slowly. Give it support. Heel towards the ceiling. Stretching out through the back of the leg. Relaxing down through the back of the neck. Turning the ankle. And the opposite direction. And let that leg come down slowly. Other leg lifts up. Arms come out from the shoulders horizontally. That leg goes across the midline as if it were coming across a clock and then coming down to 6 o'clock at the bottom, reaching out to the side, reaching up from the center of the clock up, and continue. Modifying any way you need to, opening up the range of the hip. One more time round. And let that leg come down slowly. Other leg rises up, comes over the midline slowly. That hip can rise up and comes down to 6 o'clock. Open to the other side, up and over. Down, opening up to the side, and up, and over, and down. And bring it up. Bring both legs bent above the knees, above the hips, and bring the knees up towards the armpits. Let the hands pull the knees towards the armpits, stretching. Then lifting the feet, bringing the hands to the bottom of the feet into happy baby. And doing whatever you'd like here, perhaps rolling back and forth, perhaps pushing up with one foot and then the other. Now releasing the feet, cross one thigh over the other into eagle legs. Hands on the calves, gently pulling the legs forward a bit towards the chest. Then bring opposite, the arm that's opposite the top knee under the other arm and intertwine the arms to the extent you can. Back of palms, or the back of hands might be together, or the hands might be clasping. Elbows reach up towards the ceiling. Then lift the head, tuck the chin, and bring knees and elbows together for 3, 2, and 1. Let the intertwining go. Other thigh comes over the Opposite thigh. Opposite hand comes, or arm comes under the other one, opposite to the top leg. Elbows reach up. Lift the head, tuck the chin, and bring elbows and knees together for 3, 2, and 1. Unwind, stretch out, arms up, legs down. Long stretch, feeling the length of your body. And then slowly rolling over to your side and up. And we'll come up into a tabletop position. Hands are directly under shoulders and knees under hips. Strong through the arms, supporting the shoulders. Inhale as heart opens and slides forward. Exhale, toes might tuck, back arches, and gaze goes back towards the navel. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, gaze to navel. And one more time. And back through center. Weight into left hand and right knee. Right arm and left leg stretch out. Then coming together with fist and knee underbelly. For 3, stretch out. Exhale together. 2, stretch and together. And 1, and together. Weight into the left hand and the right knee, the right hand and the left knee. Reach out with the left arm and the right leg. Reach, reach, and then bring them together under the belly. And exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, coil it in. And one last time, stretching forward and back and coming in. Bring the hands back in under the shoulders. Left knee reaches up in a hydrant knee, comes forward towards the elbow, then reaches straight back, comes over on the other side of the other foot. So I'm on the other side here. And then the gaze comes back, turning in a twist towards those toes in the back. Then coming up again through hydrant to elbow, reaching back and over and twisting round to gaze at those toes. One last time, forward, stretch back and over and gaze back. And come back through center. Right knee comes up into hydrant, forward to elbow, reaching back, over, gaze reaches back. Coming up to elbow, stretch back, and twist around. And one last time. And bring these back together. Now clasp the hands, come down onto the forearms and tuck the toes, raising the hips up, but you're down onto your forearms with the heart coming down towards the earth. If this is uncomfortable, knees can be wide and you can be in this position. Either one opens up through the heart. And then come down, coming prone into a Sphinx position with forearms under the shoulders and fingers wide, gripping the mat. Let the shoulder blades float down the back, opening from groin up through abdomen, heart shining forward. Breathing through that heart area, bringing calmness and tranquility. Nurturing the openness in our own hearts that can bring ease to those around us. With the wish for ease in all beings of the world, great and small. Then let the torso come down, raise the legs, arms come back along the body, head, shoulders, arms and legs all raised and come down. Inhale up, reach back through fingers and toes, forward through crown. Bring the arms out to the side and forward, pointing forward towards the front of the mat and back around. Come down. Inhale up, one more time. Arms come out to the side, fingers pointing forward like Superman, and then coming around and coming down. Hands come under the shoulders, push up, tuck toes, weight comes up, and then back over the feet, digging down with the hands, straight from pelvis, through ribs, through head, broad through the upper back, pedaling the feet, long, long through the spine. Knees can be quite soft here. Let the left foot come under the hips. The right foot rises up, weight into hands and foot. Reach up, then bend the knee through, arch the back, and bring the right knee to the right wrist. So we're coming into pigeon here, right knee behind right wrist, and the left leg sliding back. And you're on the top of the foot in the back. Hands come alongside of the knee. You might have blocks here, or you might have tented fingers, depending on the length of your arms. Allowing the heart to open. Hugging thighs towards each other. Relax through the abdomen. Open through the chest. And breathing. One last inhale and exhale. Let the head come down onto the hands for a moment. Enjoying that stretch in the hip, or perhaps not enjoying it. And if you aren't, let that leg stretch out. Inhale back up, press into the hands, tuck the toe, bring the toes together, back up into downward dog. Hips with their weight over the legs, coming back towards the wall behind you. Weight into the right foot, left leg rises up, 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 and bend it in, belly in, and bring the left knee to the left wrist, right leg walks back, and hands come up around the knee. And here you are, the pigeon, one of the many beings of the world. May even all pigeons be at ease, open-hearted, calm. And then coming down on your hands, the forehead. Coming up, bring the knees together and the buttocks comes back onto the feet. If you're quite uncomfortable here, just rise up a little bit. We're going to first bring one hand behind the ear on the head, and the elbow comes across the body, down on the other side of the knees, although it's in front of the knees, and let this twist the body. The other arm, just the hand is on the mat, a little farther back. Feeling that twist perhaps through the lower back and the side of the hips and waist, and then rising up, other hand comes behind the ear, elbow crosses over in the front and comes down. Another breath here. Rising up. We'll do another twist that takes us back. This time the hand comes up and across behind the head. It might come down towards the small of the back or over towards that shoulder. And then the other hand catches us as we come back. The elbow bends so that we can have a twist here. of a completely different kind. And you'll remember these were good for the spleen and stomach last week, as the hand comes to the opposite shoulder or behind the small of the back. Other hand comes back and twist around. Relaxing down through the diaphragm and breathing. Inhale back up. Now we're going to do some that are particularly good for the heart meridian. Hands come back behind, and first we'll have the fingers coming forward. So fingers forward as you come back, and legs can be out in front if they need to be. You might lift the hips slightly as you come back, feeling that stretch through the arms, down through the heels of the hands, stimulating the heart meridian. Then coming back up, we're going to change the hands so that the fingers now are pointing back for a slightly different stimulation to the heart meridian. Once again, opening and coming back. Bring yourself carefully forward. Come up onto your knees. Clasp the hands back behind the buttocks. Raise the arms. Come forward at the base of the spine. Strong through the belly. The top of the head coming down towards the mat. And back up. And one more time. And relaxing. Let's come up to a standing position. Bring the hands to the waist. Feet are under the hips. Press down through the hips and lift up through the torso. Inhale up through the crown. Let the hands come down to the hip creases. And then from the base of the spine, with a slight back bend, coming forward, gaze is forward, knees are soft. Hands float down the legs towards the shins, wherever works for you. Reaching from the base of the spine, through the spine, out through the crown. And then bending knees, coming down into a back bend that allows your vertebrae to separate slightly from each other, feeling the weight of the head, the distance between the vertebrae up through mid-back and the neck. And inhale back up, slowly rolling up. Bring the hands into steeple fingers with four fingers together. Rise up, ground down through the feet. Inhale up through the hands. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. And one more time. Last side. And over. And come up. Arms come down. And we'll try bringing hands together, the palms coming together behind the back. If this doesn't work for you, you can always have hands on opposite elbows. But try bringing the palms together in reverse namaste. Eyes soft, just breathing here. Heart open. May all beings, the seen and the unseen, those living near or far away, may they all be at ease. Release your reverse namaste. Bend the elbows and bring the hands in front of you. Hands are loose and the shoulders and elbows are soft, knees are soft. The hands are facing up towards the face and gaze coming down towards the hands. Bring the hands in towards the chest, flip the palms, and as the knees bend, push out. Then clear the clouds away and bring the hands together, knees straighten. Bring the clearness in from the universe Flip the hands, push out the clouds from the heart and clear them away. Bringing in the universe, its tranquility, flipping and pushing out the clouds from the heart. This is a way of clearing the heart and calming it. One last time, gaze to the hands, bringing in the essence of fire from the universe, flipping and pushing out the clouds, parting the clouds, and coming back. Now, a very simple one that creates a rhythm. Hands are a little bit far, feet are a little bit farther than hips width apart. Hands come out in front at about heart level, fingers not touching, everything very loose and soft. Inhale as arms open, and exhale, close. Arranging the breath as you like, creating a slow, steady rhythm here. Breathing softly. Expanding the heart as you open. Letting this motion smooth the blood flow. Very gentle stimulation for the heart meridian. One last time, coming in. Let the hands come down. Stand for a moment. Then a fire practice. The fire element is associated with the heart in the Chinese system. Bring the hands up in front of you, palms up, the sides of the hands together. Inhale as they lift up, fire, rising up with its energy into the universe, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, bring the backs of fingers, backs of palms together and down over the midline, bringing that fire energy down through the body into the heart. Opening the front. Inhale up. Exhale, backs of palms together and knees bend a bit as you come down through the midline, nourishing the heart. Arms widen, hands come together. Inhale up, send the energy and fire up and receive down through the heart. Tranquility of the universe, the knowledge of being. And we'll do one more, bringing hands together. Energy of fire, opening up. Exhale, nourishing down. The fire of the universe meeting the fire of the heart. Knowing we are part of all being. And opening. And let the hands come down. Pause for a breath. Feet come wider on the mat with the toes going out to 45 degrees. Bend the knees. They're just about above the ankles. They might be a little bit in front of the ankles, but they never go in front of the toes. Let the tailbone come down towards the earth. Inhale, arms up, straighten the legs, and then push down with the palms through viscous air, bending the knees, coming across the thighs and back. Inhale, up, and push down, knees bend, tailbone comes down, coming back behind. 2 more times, inhaling up, exhaling back. Now bring your hands to your thighs, same position basically. Turning the heart and the nose towards one thigh, then bringing the torso down across that thigh, just to the extent that works for you, strong through the bottom body, as you bring your torso across over to the other thigh and up, looking in the opposite direction. Calmly bringing the heart down towards the earth, across the earth to the other thigh, and up. Letting your body enter into this rhythm. Feeling the support of the earth through the feet, up through the hips. This is a movement to calm the heart and strengthen it at the same time. Back across and up. One last time across, down, thigh, over, and up. And bring the thighs up. A moment of rest here with a calm, cleansed heart. Then we're going to come down into a squat. You might want a pillow for your heels behind, depending on your squat. You might want to block under your buttocks. Hands can be on the knees. If you can bring the elbows in between the knees, this helps to open the knees and it helps to bring the tailbone down, allows you to reach up through the spine and up through the crown. The shoulder blades relax and the gaze be soft. Breathing, drawing in slightly through the pelvic floor. May all beings be at ease, those born and to be born. Then taking the arms out, perhaps bringing your hands to your knees or to the area in front of you, raising up the hips and coming up to standing. The animal that is associated with the heart meridian in Chinese system is the crane. And we've done some of these before. We'll start with crane beaks with the fingers and the thumb coming together, making beaks. Make Mary Poppins the feet out at 45 degrees, put the heels together. The arms are going to come up to the sides, wrists are loose and shoulders and elbows are loose. Knees are going to bend in this position. Let me inhale and exhale. Arms come down along the sides and legs straighten, although the knees are always a little bit soft. And just create a calm, steady rhythm, a calm, steady flight through life, inviting spirit to feel light. One more crane. Gentle flap of the wings. And come back. Bring the feet wide. We're still with the crane image. And now we're a mating crane. So this is the playful heart. Bending the knees, squatting down, crossing the forearms and bringing them down around the nest. Weight comes into one foot. Let that leg float up as the crossed arms come up over the chest, up overhead, separating and opening through the heart, and that leg comes down. You can always keep just a toe down if you would like as well. Crossing the arms, weight into the other leg. That toe might stay down, and you might open the arms and come round. Once again, coming down, protecting your nest, weight into the other leg, float the other leg up, crossed arms come up and open, expand through the heart into the experience of loving the other bird, the other people, all the beings of the earth. And coming down, weight over, float the leg up, Opening the arms and coming down. One more time on this side. Feel that expansion of the heart and come down. And one last time on the other leg. And come down. And rise up. One hand on the heart and one hand on the stomach or the abdomen. Pausing for a moment, coming back to the breath. Feeling the heartbeat, the fire of being. And all the busyness of life coming back to the quiet joy of being. A contentment that can allow you to wish others ease as well as yourself. One hand come along the side and turn towards the front of your mat. We're going to come into a warrior one. So one foot is forward, toes forward, and the other back. Little opening in between the heels, that back foot at about 30 degrees. Turning the hips so that they're going towards the front of the mat. They're even horizontally, and they're both turned towards the front of the mat. If you need to change the toes a little bit to accommodate hips, don't hesitate to do that. Adapt for yourself. Feel the weight in both feet. Open the arms, palms forward. Letting the breath expand the heart area. Feeling the gladness and safety of this moment. Inhale, arms up. Lift up through the mid-chest. Relax through the jaw. Tuck the nape of the neck. Reach up, shoulder blades relaxed. One last inhale. Bring the head forward. Hands come to the waist. Come forward a bit on the back foot. The weight comes into the front foot. Soften the knee. Lift up. You might keep that toe down on the mat. It might raise just a little bit. Or you might raise it up behind you. Stretch out through the fingers in the back. A bit of a back bend here. Energy coming out through that back foot. Arms might come out to the side. They might come forward. Finding what's right for you. Wobbling as you need to. And slowly coming back. Shake out that leg. And we'll do the other side. For me, my left foot is forward now. That knee bent over the ankle. Gets towards the front and even across. Opening the arms, expanding through the chest. Coming back to the beating of the heart. Inhale, arms up. Reach up through the fingers. Mid-sternum rises, tuck the nape of the neck, relax through the throat. Weight in both feet. Exhale, come down. Jump forward a little bit with the back foot. Weight comes into the front foot. Lift the foot in the back if that works for you. Reach back through the fingers, a bit of a back bend here. Arms might come out to the side. They might come forward. If you're forward, reach back with the heel, forward through the fingers. And slowly bring yourself out. Shake out that leg. And come back through center. We're going to come into a brief warrior two now. So finding your warrior two position, Finding the stance you want between the feet. It might be narrow, might be wide. The torso coming straight up from the hips, arms reached out. Might flip the palms to bring the shoulder blades down and bring the gaze over the front fingers. This time we're going to bring the fingers together, soft elbows, soft fingers towards each other, gaze comes forward, and then looking out over the front, reaching out. Very much like that opening and closing of the heart area that we did earlier in the practice. Feeling the expansion of the heart, the gathering in of the heart. And one last expansion, reaching out through the fingers. Bring the hands to the waist, turn the feet. You might bring the feet together if that helps you, and then come into warrior two on the other side. Finding your warrior two. Torso straight up from the hips, open through the chest, reaching out through fingertips. Then softly bringing fingertips towards each other, soft in the elbows, and expanding through the arms and the heart. Slow, steady breathing rhythm here. And one last time. Expanding the heart. Bring the hands to the waist, turn the feet and toe heel the feet together. Knees are soft as arms cross, and as if you're taking off a t-shirt, arms still crossed, coming up overhead, and then opening up and coming down. Inhale up, separating the clouds, the soft, fluffy clouds, feeling the clarity of the heart. Knees just remain soft. Feel a soft, fluid movement here. Feeling spaciousness and freedom in the heart. Rising up into the atmosphere. Clear and open heart, at ease. Hands come down. Now let's bring palms up, raise up the hands, gathering in the vitality and essence of the universe, call it chi or prana. Then flattening the palms downwards, bringing down across the head, the heart area, stomach and spleen, liver, down through the whole body. As you lift up this time, gather in all the anxiety, all the overstimulation, the busyness, and clear it away. Clearing down, cleansing, soft fire down through the body, the fire of being. One more time, opening up to the joy of being. So much so that you can reach all the beings, wishing them ease, the quiet contentment of the heart. And we'll come down into a lying position. Let the back of the heart rest against the body, the back of the body right behind the heart, resting down into the earth. Connecting with the being of the earth. and all its beings. Breathing into the heart area. Crossing the arms over the heart, letting them come up over the face, separating over the head, and coming around the sides of the body. Crossing over the abdomen, coming up over, crossed over the chest, over face, reaching up, opening out. One more time, slow and steady heart. Opening to all beings. Let the arms rest along the side, arranging hips and shoulders to be comfortable. Knees can always tent if that's more comfortable for you. Feeling the quivering, the trembling, the aliveness in the palms of the hands. The little finger, the palm, the inner wrist, up through the arm to the elbow, the inner bicep, and the outer armpits. Alive through the heart meridian and coming straight into the heart. Tranquil and open. Relax down through solar plexus, liver, intestines, groin, down through thighs, the backs of the knees, calves, ankles. Feeling the tingling in the bottom of the feet. Open to the air. Then bringing that softness up through the body, back to the heart, up through throat, jaws, tongue, lips, and nose. Under the eyes, the corners of the eyes. The third eye, open, clear. Coming up to the crown of the head, alive with the being of the universe. And relaxed down through the back of the skull and the neck. Back to the area behind the heart. Once again, letting the heart melt down into the earth. Lengthen your breathing and bring some movement to fingers and toes. You might roll your wrists and ankles, coming back into your day. Give your knees a hug. Perhaps there's an intention you'd like to bring from yoga into your day. Perhaps it's the beat of your heart. And then rolling over, we'll come to a brief sitting position. Always free to keep lying down as well. Bringing hands to heart center and pressing the thumbs, the bottoms of the thumbs in towards the heart. May all beings be at ease. May we be healthy. May we be spacious in our hearts. May our hearts be at ease. And may we wish ease to all beings in the world. Namaste. Thanks for practicing. Always good to be with you. Stay well and be at ease.